Ever crack open your computer and go, what even is that thing? Well, today we're diving into a part that's like the unsung hero of any PC build, the PSU. That's the power supply unit, by the way. We're using this awesome video tutorial to guide us. It's really well done if you're into the visual side of things, but we're going deeper, like really understanding the why behind all the technical stuff.
Yeah, it's easy to get caught up in picking out a flashy graphics card or whatever, but honestly, your PSU, that's the foundation of your whole system.
It's true, you gotta have that solid base. So let's get into it. What does a PSU even do? Like, I know it powers things, but how?
Think of it as a translator. Your wall outlet speaks AC, alternating current, but your computer parts, they need DC, direct current. The PSU converts the electricity, make sure everything's getting the right voltage.
Oh, so it's not just plugging everything in willy-nilly.
Definitely not. Your CPU might need 12 volts, while your hard drive's over there running on 5. The PSU makes sure everyone's fed the right amount of power, so to speak.
And if it doesn't? Like, what happens if your PSU is underpowered? Asking for a friend.
Okay, imagine this. You're trying to run a marathon, but you only ate like half a granola bar for breakfast. You're not going to get far right.
Crash and burn, for sure.
Exactly. Your computer's the same way. If the PSU can't keep up, you get crashes, freezes, maybe even the dreaded sudden shutdown, especially when you do something intense like gaming or video editing.
Okay, so how do we avoid that? Our source talks about becoming like PSU detectives, which I gotta say sounds kind of fun.
It's all about figuring out how much power your components need. You can usually find that info listed in the specs, or on the manufacturer's website. CPU and graphics card are usually the biggest power hogs, especially if you're into gaming or anything demanding.
Right, those are the heavy lifters. And speaking of heavy lifting, the video mentions something called momentary spikes. What are those? Some kind of power surge thing?
Kinda. Imagine.
Yeah.
You're in a game, right? Big boss battle, explosions everywhere,
Yeah.
and your computer just shuts off. That's probably a momentary spike in action.
Oh no, the worst.
The worst. It's when your system suddenly needs way more power than usual. Your PSU needs to be able to handle those spikes, or boom, you're crashing.
So you gotta have extra power on tap, just in case.
Exactly. That's why it's always better to go with a PSU that has a bit higher wattage than you think you need. If your components need, say, 400 watts, a 500 or 650 watt PSU gives you that safety net. Plus, if you decide to upgrade your computer down the line, a bigger PSU can probably handle it. No need to buy a whole new one.
Future-proofing. Love it. It's like buying a bigger backpack just in case. But okay, wattage. We got that. What about the different types of PSUs? The video mentioned a few, and they're not all the same, are they?
Nope. Just like cars. You wouldn't pick a minivan if you need to haul a trailer, right? Choosing a PSU, it's about what you need it to do for your build.
Okay, so break it down for us. What are our options?
The most common one, you'll see it everywhere, is the ATX PSU. Advanced technology extended, if you want to get technical, that's like the default for most regular-sized PCs. Works great.
Solid. And speaking of ATX PSUs, the video mentioned modular cables. Those sounded kind of cool. What's the deal there?
Oh, they're awesome. If you like things neat and tidy, you'll love modular cables. See, old-school PSUs, all the cables were stuck on there, whether you needed them or not. Big mess.
Yeah, no one likes a rat's nest of wires back there.
Exactly. With modular, you plug in only the cables you need for your parts. Way cleaner, better airflow inside your computer, which is good for cooling. Plus, it just looks way more pro.
Function A&D fashion, I'm sold. But what about if you've got one of those super compact PCs, like not a lot of room in there?
Then you're looking at SFX PSUs. Same power as the ATX ones, but smaller, designed to fit in tight spaces.
Like choosing between a big ol' SUV and a sporty little coupe.
Exactly. And if you want to go really small, there's Flex ATX and all-in-one gallium nitride PSUs. Those are even more compact.
Gallium nitride? That sounds kind of futuristic.
It is. It's a new material, super efficient at handling electricity. So you get a tiny PSU that's still powerful but doesn't get as hot. Perfect for small builds.
Less heat, more power. Sounds like a win-win to me. Speaking of which, efficiency. That's something else we got to talk about, right? Yeah, efficiency. It's one of those things that's easy to gloss over, Like, I get it's important, but the video really emphasized it too. Why is it such a big deal?
Well, think of it this way, okay? The efficiency rating tells you how much of the power your PSU sucks from the wall is actually going to your components. If it's not efficient, it's just turning that power into heat.
So like with a 96% efficiency rating, that other 4% is just gone. Poof.
Not gone, more like transformed
Yeah.
into heat. That's why PSUs have fans, by the way. But a really inefficient PSU, it'll run hotter, and that can make your whole computer hotter, which isn't good for anything.
Makes sense. But, so, okay, besides maybe needing to run my AC more, why do I care about PSU efficiency? Like, as the person using the computer.
Think about your electricity bill. A more efficient PSU uses less power overall, which means lower bills.
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this. So it's good for the planet and my wallet. Nice.
Exactly. And there's actually a whole system for this. You've probably seen it, the 80 PLUS rating on PSUs.
Yeah. Is that like a grading system?
Pretty much. 80 PLUS bronze is the most basic, then it goes all the way up to titanium, which is the best right now. So higher rating equals more efficient, basically. Might even save you money in the long run, since you're using less electricity.
Right. It's like choosing between a gas guzzler car and a hybrid. Little choices, big impact over time. This has been great. I feel like I actually understand PSUs now, which is kind of amazing, honestly.
We covered a lot. Remember, most important thing is picking a PSU that makes sense for your build.
Yeah.
How much power you need, what size, all that. And efficiency, of course.
Absolutely. Don't be afraid to do a little extra research either. The video we used is a great starting point, but there's a whole lot more to learn about these little guys that keep our computers humming. Until next time, happy building, everyone.